Get ready.
This is the voice of Wayne America.
Lighten up, Francis.
With your host,
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Mike Carnes.
How do you measure yourself with other golfers?
My height.
Only at WayneAmerica.com.
The supernova's gonna kill us all.
Okay, this guy is a real zero, that's true. Let's just think back when you guys were freshmen, huh?
.com.
Greetings and welcome to the Voice of Wayne America podcast, an exclusive here on WayneAmerica.com. I'm Mike Carnes, your host for the big show, where we talk about something going on here in the best town in all of America, and that is right here in Wayne America. And we want to thank our sponsors at Providence Medical Center for their support of the podcast. We'll be talking about them here in a little bit. You know, it's been a kind of a crazy year here in Wayne. A lot of great stuff has happened in our community, and one of the really neat things that has happened is the Haven House has a new home. They moved from their old location in the Dearborn Mall to the old Hopkins Eye Care Clinic just off of downtown Wayne, just off of 2nd Street. And they're in their new home now. And with us on the show this week is the executive director of Haven House, Amy Munderloh, and talk about everything that has happened here over the last few months. It's been a great year for Haven House in a lot of ways, but the big thing, of course, has been the move to the new location.
Yes, so we are in month 4 of our new location, and we've absolutely just moved in and filled up most all of the rooms. It seemed very large when we first moved in, but this new location has really given us an opportunity to expand our services and provide a more confidential therapeutic environment for our clients. So we are very excited to be able to do that. And 2018 has marked our 40th year anniversary. We were established in December of 1978. So it's very timely that we've been able to make this financial move forward to actually be able to own our facility, or we're on our way to own our facility after renting for 40 years.
And this Haven House has been in a variety of different locations. I think they're in the courthouse at one point. They had a setup in what was the old library in town. Mm-hmm. So this place is this organization has seen a lot of different places. And the facility you're in Dearborn Mall, I think they moved into 15 years previous, which at the time was a great opportunity for Haven House to move into a bigger facility. And it over time, obviously, it just kind of reached the point where you had outgrown the space that you were using there.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the space worked for us during that time, but unfortunately our client numbers keep on growing, and so we need to grow and keep up with the need in the area. So just in the last year and a half, our clients have increased almost 30%.
Wow. So
we are just in the last year we've served 364 clients. Last year we served 267. So
that's a pretty big increase.
Yeah. So services that we've expanded on is our support groups. We've actually been able to provide support groups in our office on a weekly basis. We also have free childcare for our clients. So that's a way for our clients to come in and listen to other people's stories of being a survivor for domestic violence and sexual assault, and then also, getting their things, their triggers and things that they've been dealing with off their chest, and having a supportive environment to do that. And then also we provide childcare, and the childcare we're really trying to make that a meaningful experience and use healing activities for the kids to do while their moms are in support groups. And we actually have women and men that attend those support groups, so men are welcome too, and their children. So
yeah. And what's some of the things that you've been able to do here that you weren't able to do in the old space?
We have a lot more storage for donations, so we've been able to provide more items for our clients to be able to move into a new apartment, new house. We're able to give them beds, we have a lot more just basic needs supplies that we can have in-house. We don't have to refer them to other agencies to get. So that's been a great service for our clients. We've also just been able to provide more of a confidential environment for clients to come in and feel like they have more of a safe place to come into, that they feel like their confidentiality is protected and respected. And so, you know, this was an old medical clinic, so all of our offices were exam rooms. So all the staff have their own office where we use that time or that area to provide case management. And then also we have a calming room where Wayne State College service learning students came in and assessed the environment and actually painted the walls to make them more calming, and suggested furniture. So we have half the furniture in there, and then we're going to get, hopefully by the end of the year, which is only a month away, we'll get the rest of the furniture. But we have like a coffee Keurig, bottled water, comfy, cozy furniture for them right now to just relax in and have a place that's a calming environment where they can get case management, and then also just they can be alone in that room and just have some time to themselves. And then sometimes we get big families of survivors of sexual assault come in and get services, so that room is good for that situation as well.
So a lot of new opportunities that come with a new building that that you weren't able to offer before. So we're talking with Amy Munderloh, the Executive Director of Haven House, here on the Voice of Wayne America podcast. I want to take a moment to talk about Providence Medical Center in Wayne. They're proud to announce the addition of a new surgical procedure that they now offer at the hospital called shoulder arthroscopy. This surgical procedure is for those who have rotator cuff injuries, where the surgeon inserts a tiny camera and the necessary instruments through small incisions in the shoulder, rather than doing an open procedure with a large incision. Dr. Joseph Caro specializes in orthopedic surgery for Providence Medical Center. He's the team physician for Wayne State Athletics and also offers his expertise at multiple high schools in the area. For more information, check out the Providence Medical Center website at www.providencemedical.com. That's Providence Medical Center, extraordinary care rooted in compassion. On the Voice of Wayne America podcast this week, our guest is Amy Munderloh, the Executive Director of Haven House. She's been in the position here for just about 3 years now, isn't it? Going into your second year here?
Second year, yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
so she's been on board here for a couple of years, and she's been involved in quite a lot with this organization as far as continuing to move the efforts of the organization forward. And of course, the big thing this year was getting a new home for Haven House. And I know it's something that I know the Haven House board. I was a member of the board at one time. I know it's something that was a concern of the board for a number of years was trying to find a bigger facility that offered a little more privacy for the clients and some more opportunities to do some things. And I know that this location kind of came up at just the right time, I think. Can you kind of walk us through the process of how it came to be that this opportunity became available for you?
Well, the Magnuson Hopkins Eye Care Clinic was in the process of building a new facility, and so it was just great timing that they were wanting to move out of their space, and a new space was going to be available very soon. So it was about August of 2017 where we were talking as a board about the possibility of purchasing a building, but we had no idea financially if we were going to be able to raise enough money. Mm-hmm. And so we spent August of 2017 to about, I would say January, February of 2018. So just in the last year, just really coming up with a fundraising plan, and then also discussing ways we can fund the building, because we wanted to take a financial step forward in our 40th year and not have to rent. It just makes more sense to have our funding go towards something to own for the future, for our sustainability. We are funded. We're primarily funded through grants, which in the grant world, it's not always a guarantee that you're going to get the grant. So to be able to own your own building is a big financial step forward. And we're very close to being able to own this building. We set a goal of $300,000, and in the last year, we're almost to that point. We have organizations and businesses that have pledged in the next 4 to 5 years giving a certain amount. So after the 4 to 5 years, we'll have reached that $300,000 goal. But we're very close to owning this building, and then we requested another. After owning the building, then we requested funding for financial stability to help us with extra operational costs that's going to come up in the next 5 to 10 years. So I've just been so inspired by the community of Wayne and their support. We have really once we presented the idea and the project, we have really just been very supported, and we've met with businesses in the town of Wayne, and they have pledged to support our efforts. And so that's how we've been able to pretty much pay off the building in the next year and a half.
Which is incredible, because the cost of the building, itself, it's a pretty good number, and you can't just write a check for that. That's something that takes a lot of effort to raise the funding for it. And I know that looking on the donor wall there out in the main lobby there's a bunch of businesses there that have been huge supporters of this fundraising effort, and I know that that's something that as a resident of the community of Wayne, you got to feel really good about to see that kind of support.
It's been amazing. I mean, our mission to support survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault is just really important in the community, that we have an agency like ours to support those survivors. So it's hard not to support anyone, a mother, a father, a grandmother, a teenager that has been victimized and that have dealt with domestic violence, and then also sexual assault, and our agency is just very important to provide those support services needed to help them be better parents. The victimization affects job performance. They need to be able to come in here and get support services. It's good for our economy. It's good for our community. Good for our children to have an agency like ours to provide the services that we do.
Yeah, and it's not just Wayne that Haven House supports. This is a part of a 5-county area that Haven House involves. So you're not just supporting survivors and people who are dealing with domestic abuse and sexual assault here in Wayne. It's in a 5-county region here in northeast Nebraska.
So we serve Cedar County, Thurston County, Wayne, Dixon, and Dakota County. So we have offices in South Sioux City and here in Wayne, and then shelters in Wayne County and Dakota County. And the shelters pretty well stay full throughout the whole year. And we're able to also provide support services. If you don't need shelter, you can come in and we can help you with legal advocacy. We have a wealth of knowledge in the criminal justice system if you want to press charges against your abuser. And then also we work with 21 other agencies across the state if you wanted to relocate because you are fleeing from imminent danger from your intimate partner. Mm-hmm.
And Wayne is really fortunate to have a facility like this, because not every community has such a facility. People living in smaller towns sometimes have to go, outside, to a bigger city to try to get some help, and that can be a big challenge for people in those communities. And so, people in Wayne here are fortunate to have Haven House here.
Thank you.
As far as the goals for 2019, what lies ahead for Haven House? You guys have done a lot of work getting into the new place, and you said earlier that the numbers have been up a little bit from last year. So obviously you're helping out a lot more people than you have in previous years. What are, I guess, some of the goals for next year?
So for 2019, we're going to really focus on expanding our locations. We need to have a location in our northern area to reach those survivors easier. So we'd like to set up an office in Hartington. That would be one of the goals, and then also relocate our office in South Sioux City. The South Sioux City office is very, very small, and so we need an office that is more conducive to case management and expand our services up there, because that office is very busy as well. And I just think there's no reason that we can't relocate for the sake of, higher quality services for our clients.
Yeah, I don't know from my involvement with Haven House that South Sioux City office says, if people thought the Wayne office was small, the South Sioux City office is that's one of those offices that's so small you have to go outside to change your mind sometimes. They do some fantastic work in some pretty tight quarters there.
Yes. So I believe with the community support, we're going to be able to do that in the next year or two.
Yeah. Well, it's been quite a year for Haven House this year, and I know that you're always looking for support donations, financial donations of certain items. So what can people do to help out Haven House?
If you'd like to sign up for our newsletter, that would be one way to really get to know our agency and what we're doing on a quarterly basis. And then we also have a wish list if you want to provide items for our clients. And what we do is any client that comes in and gets case management, they're able to come in and get basic needs supplies. So some of the items that fly off of our shelves and are always in need of things, it would be like personal care items like deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, and then also cleaning supplies like dish soap, floor cleaner, mops, brooms, things like that. We really try to promote keeping a clean environment for your kids, and so we just like to be able to provide those items. And then, crafts, arts and crafts supplies for our child care program that we have for our youth that come in with parents that go to our support groups. That's a new item for us. And, we take old beds, dressers, household items, dishes, things like that. If you have those items in your house and you want to get rid of them, just come in and let us know what you have, or just give us a call, and we'll talk to you about them.
All right. And what's the phone number they can reach you at?
Our Wayne number is 402-375-5433.
All right. And like Amy said, they're in need of a wide variety of items. So check it out. Check out that list. You can get on their list for their newsletter. And you can also go to their website. It's havenhousefsc.com or .org.
Yes. .com or .org.
.com. Okay, yeah. Either way.
Yep.
So havenhousefsc.org is where you can reach Haven House online as well. So, Amy, congratulations on getting all moved in and everything, and happy 40-year anniversary, I guess, too. So,
thank you.
Lot to look forward to for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Voice of Wayne America podcast here on WayneAmerica.com. I want to thank Amy for taking time to talk with us. We'll have another edition of the Voice of Wayne America podcast coming up right here on WayneAmerica.com. Until then, this is Mike Carnes, and we'll see you later.